Hey everybody, this is DSR with a custom this time for an entry for Joshua Gundamu's custom Gundam contest, and this is a very late entry, and right now, as I'm recording, it's 7:30, I believe, Friday, April the 30th, so I'm cutting very close to the final date for this. But I started working on this guy after I got my last Gunpla order from Gundam Store and More. So I was already kind of on a short amount of time. But anyway, this is my custom Gundam Exia Repair 1. I'm just gonna move him up closer. You can see from the box, it's the original Gundam Exia frame. So it looks more like the original Exia, which is kind of what I was going for, but in a couple places it doesn't have as much flexibility or movement. Mostly like the legs, because there isn't that extra hip joint, like in the R2. But I wanted it to have the more original Exia look. I'm just gonna turn it around here. It doesn't have any beam sabers because according to its Gundam wiki, it doesn't have any other weapons besides the GN blade, or the GN Sword 1, which is broken. So I didn't include any beam sabers on it. But you can see on the foot, all this is painted. The back end is painted. The GN drive is painted. Let me get in closer with that. You can kind of see. All this comes molded white, and then this is all molded red. And then the GN sword is completely painted, even where it's been cut off. And you can kind of see here, it's been chewed up a little bit. This was all with dremels, which work amazingly well if you know what you're doing. Right here is painted. Flip this out. Get under here. All of this is painted. The clear green parts have a silver paint underneath them to give it the more kind of finished, glowy look. That's what I did for all the parts that I have with clear. I'm just gonna go ahead and stand them up here. The differences between the Repair 1 Exia and the original Exia, the thing's missing on it, which is what the main, whoops, darn it, his legs are all in a weird position right now. The main differences are stuff that's been destroyed or removed. One obvious thing you can see right off the bat is the knee pad, which I had to make gray because that piece looks really weird white, especially when the knee pad's supposed to be broken off. It doesn't have any of the little ankle guards down here, which fall off really easy anyway on the model. Up here on the head, this was most of the work. Half the V-fin is cut off right where the head kind of starts. And then this camera, which is a lot bigger than it should be, but I like the way it looks. It's just glued in there. I'd rather not take it off because I'm afraid of it coming off, but if you can kind of see underneath there how far the head was cut into to get that camera on there. And so it was kind of a lot of drilling in there. So it has the head camera, which is supposedly from a TRN, and it's missing its entire left arm. Oh, by the way, this these were scrap pieces. This was an extra joint from Exia. I don't remember where it's at, but it was something that I didn't use. But it came with it. It might have been for one of the arms, I'm not sure. And then a piece of the tray that I made a hole into and colored in red. But the left arm, to make the cape, I'm not sure really what it would be defined as. I got some scrap fabric, so I guess that counts as a custom part too, and kind of cut it down to size, and folded it, and cut holes so it would stick into, if you can see in there, it's the top, it's the shoulder armor, and like the first half of the arm, but just bent all the way down. So it kind of has the shoulder piece, or the look that it's still something there, but there's no arm. Which, if you look at it in the show or the art or whatever, that's kind of what it looks. It's not just a piece of fabric hanging off the side. And so it can kind of get the, if I lift it up, you know, it'll get the flowing kind of movement. So that's pretty much it. We'll edit that, and it's missing the other half of this. I'm not sure when that gets destroyed, but it does. Oh, and up here, there's only one of the yellow pieces. I'm not sure what these are actually called. It's like the neck kind of pieces, and in here is gray, and it's missing this. And the cockpit, the cockpit, which I actually almost like better than having it blue. It's gray because I'm assuming because it was shoved through with with a beam saber and was replaced later on. So it's not painted. So that's my custom Exia. Let me move the camera up here so I can try and get an overview of it. There we go. So you can see all the way around. And so I put a good, probably 6 or 7 hours into building it, painting, doing all that over the last couple days. These were the most work, dremeling that out and cutting the sword. The painting was done mostly on the trees when they were before I had actually taken them off. So it's a lot easier when you do that because you don't have to hold the parts. It's just really easy to do it on the trees. And this was all done with the chrome-plated Gundam marker. It's silver, which I would really suggest using Gundam markers because they're pre-colored. There's the silver, but they're pre-matched colors for Gundam. So I mean, you got your Gundam red right here, or the beam saber pink, which I actually did. This Exia's beam saber, but it's not attached anyway. Oh, actually, I have them right here on this tray still. Can't really see all of it, but yeah, it's like pre-matched paint. If you like painting with brushes and everything, then go ahead and get your paint. You know what you're looking for already, if you're into that kind of thing. But I never really was good at that, so I like Gundam marker. I'm in love with it, and it's real easy to get panel lining in. Like in here, this was all the thin Gundam marker, and then this was the thicker one. It's all gray. The eyes were done with Gundam marker, green and black, if you can kind of see that. That was the Gundam eye green on the back here, gray, red. So I mean, they have like a bunch of colors, like everything you would ever need for Gundam, unless you're making like a completely custom color scheme and you want like your weird lime greens and oranges and stuff. The other thing I would suggest using highly is the Tamiya, because this stuff is great. really easy to get the green color. That's what I use. It's really easy to apply. It smells like all hell though. But don't inhale it or sniff it because it'll hurt. And I got a headache from accidentally doing it because I was too close to it and I was just breathing. So and I'm not that sensitive. So this is my Exia. The blade is really shining in that light, which is awesome. But I'm gonna try and get some. Whoops. Pretend you didn't see that. I'm gonna try and take some pictures of this guy, put him up on my Flickr. You know, like the heroic poses, like the one I had it in before I moved him, which I really like. I'm gonna put him back in that and display him right now. Thank you, joshuagundamu, for holding this awesome contest, and I hope I'm not too late. Thanks. I'll see you guys at the next review as soon as it's out.